So,
I am listening. He's not listening.
if someone can, one of you go to like my Facebook and share it to the group.
We have to share it to the group?
Yeah.
Oh, here we are.
Bear with us, guys. We are trying something different to try to get you all better quality.
I really want these Sting boots.
Here, share it to the,
Are you sharing it?
No, you share it.
Okay.
Share it, Shipley. Share it. So, yeah, it, it's as long as it's popping up on the,
Is it popping up on both?
It should be now in the group. I shared it to the group.
Okay. So we should be able to go.
You want to join us, Patton?
No, I can't. My mom's coming up for birthday celebration.
Oh,
Well, we are live. You can say hello.
We are live.
Oh,
You
hi.
can say
Come
hello.
step in front behind Mac.
No.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's on here.
Okay, good.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be here
Alright.
tomorrow.
Everybody at home say bye, Patton.
Bye, everyone at home.
Bye, Patton.
Oh, so it's actually, we have a closed caption on here now.
Oh, we got closed caption?
We got closed caption if you want it, guys.
Fuck!
So if you're
I want to see how that reads.
I'm about to tell you here in
Okay.
1 second. Oh, see it.
I want to see a lot of C's.
Oh, it bleeped it out.
Did it really? Okay, awesome. All right.
Guys, the
Yeah.
closed caption's working. Yes, we're trying something a little bit different to try to get you guys better quality because the quality for Facebook is crap.
Yeah.
So
Thanks,
if you're
Zuckerberg.
here, like let us know you're here, guys. We've been gone for what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think
3
after
weeks.
we're gonna do next week,
Yeah.
and then the week after is Easter, and we're gonna start doing like bi-weekly.
Yeah, we're gonna start
We gotta
doing
leave here today at
bi-weekly.
4:30 because Josh and I gotta go get Taco Bell.
Yeah, no, God, Jesus.
Guys, I want you to know when you said Taco Bell, like my asshole clenched.
Yeah. It felt like we were in purgatory.
It literally, I was like, this is what purgatory is.
We went up to the Taco Bell. 3 people ahead of us, right?
Yeah, 3 people hit
3 people ahead of us, and then it was 30 minutes before we even got to it. And at one point, Josh turns to us, I have a date in 10 minutes.
What about the Thelma Louise off the side of
We
this
were
thing?
about to. We were going to hold hands and
Just
jump
go
off
off the
it.
curb.
Yeah.
Joke's
We
on
got to the
you.
point where we just had no food and just ghosted.
Gunned it.
Yeah.
I hope they enjoyed not serving that.
Maybe they give it away. I wonder what they do with like food that.
They just throw it away.
Oh, that's so wasteful.
Well,
They just throw
you
it
should
away.
be faster.
Should be
I
faster.
don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what to tell you.
That AI freaks me out too, by the way.
Wait, what?
The Taco Bell has AI at the
Oh,
drive-thru.
Taco Bell has AI now?
The last time we were there, Grant and I were ordering, and then at the end she goes, "We also now have the cheesy gordita. You in?" Like it was so weird.
What?
But we will be back next week. It is a light week, so we'll probably just do maybe the books of May and like
Yeah.
everything that's coming up because Free Comic Day is in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are looking for a book to get, not here. Here we're doing Mark Spears.
Mark Spears.
10 to 2.
10 to 2.
10 to 2.
But at Comics Exchange we have Mark Spears as well.
Mark Spears as well.
Oh yeah,
We're
we have Ryan Stegman, and he does have a cover for this Wednesday's relaunch of Amazing Spider-Man #1.
look at this
So if you're looking to get
amazing
something
cover.
signed, Stegman is doing the first 2 signatures free, like Bill mentioned on our last episode. So I think that's a good one to get signed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And he's pretty thrilled about that cover too. isn't
And
he?
like the thing too is
yeah.
like this is a good one. You could get like a remark
Yeah.
here. You get one up there. There's a lot of potential space for a good remark.
But when Bill was
Maybe
was,
get you like a null up there.
when Bill was Bill was signing him, Stegman was super thrilled about this cover. So I can see why. It's a fun
It's
cover.
a fun cover.
And I read it today, guys, and I think everybody's gonna be happy.
No Paul, that means
No Paul.
No,
No,
And
no
no
even
way-
mention of Paul,
and-
right?
No
and
Paul,
guys,
not even.
okay.
Spoiler alert, did anyone else see that, or does anyone else, I mean, everybody saw it, but does anybody care that Mary frickin' Jane is like Venom now? Like, what the fuck?
So I have a
What the
strange
fuck?
theory about that.
Okay.
I have a strange theory. So I'm glad it wasn't Paul.
I'm
First
glad it
off,
wasn't
'cause
Paul.
I was gonna start punching air.
You were so gonna punch
I
your-
was. This show was not gonna.
I think your plan was to buy 2 copies and burn one.
Yeah,
on
there
the
was.
air.
On
This show was.
camera.
This
Yeah.
show was not going to be as fun, or could have been as fun. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah,
Might
yeah.
have been funner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, so my theory is is that now that Mary Jane has a symbiote,
Yep.
and the symbiote has also been on Peter Parker,
Yeah.
the symbiote's going to be like, hey, this is how Peter Parker feels, and like she's going to be because you
Yeah.
know they imprint
Yeah.
emotions and stuff. So maybe the symbiote will be like, this is how he feels, and she
Yeah.
can feel it instead of trying to like just be like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
whatever. And I feel like that might be what brings them back together and causes the rift between her and Paul, and then Paul becomes
Which
the
is
bad
already
guy.
hinting that
Which
there's a big rift.
yeah, and then
I mean,
Spider-Man sees him and throws him off a bridge,
Yeah.
like which should have
Mhm.
happened,
I hope so.
you know, 30
Yeah.
Yeah.
pages ago.
Crazy.
But-
Hashtag kill Paul.
Kill
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
Still kill Paul.
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm
100%.
excited. New volume. I think it's bi-weekly. They're going to do with Pepe, not Pepe Le Pew.
I feel like that's a yeah. That's,
With the
Pepe
artist
Le
from,
Rose,
yeah,
right?
from Blood Hunt last year, and then Ramita is. So they're both gonna, because you know they want this book out bi-weekly.
Uh-huh. So they're
by
flip flopping,
month, I mean.
is what you're saying?
Yeah. So I think they're gonna flip flop
See,
stories.
that's like my biggest thing with ASM is it's a hard book to like say I'm gonna get this every time it comes out because it comes out 2 times a month.
Yeah,
it's just hard on your wallet.
It's one of the things I think Marvel kind of shoots themselves in the foot sometimes.
They
where
really do.
They want 18 issues a year.
If it was a monthly book, I'd be more on board.
Because I can tell you, when the action was weekly, I think I did like 3 or 4 issues of it, and it's like, this is too overwhelming. I can't
Yeah.
stay up.
Yeah,
with it.
actually,
when
yeah.
Action went weekly, that was insane. I did it for 2 weeks, and I was like, nah.
But can we talk? Speaking of Superman, can we talk about how you get? Is it Dan Slott now? Is going to be working on? Superman?
Yeah. Dan Slott, his
So-
first DC work in a while, right?
Yeah.
If ever.
So I'm kind of sad he's leaving Spider Boy though. I know we were talking about this
Yeah.
earlier. Like,
Are you okay, buddy?
no.
You need a
No.
hug?
I mean, no. So what's funny though is because like Spider Boy's actually, I was talking about it like,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
damn. And so it's
Yeah.
kind of funny. Like I'm still hoping like he's still gonna be around.
Wait, Dan Slott's leaving Spider-Boy?
Yeah, the
he's
last
going-
issue
his
is
last
20.
issue. Yeah, it's 20.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But now it does have a. I did see this too because not only did it have a Humberto Ramos farewell variant, it has also a foreshadowing variant.
I'm
Okay.
gonna have to grab those.
So it's I'm kind of interested to see where we're going to go. But with them coming out with Spider Girl coming up next and everything else, I don't see.
Kid Pool or whatever his name is, or her name is.
Yeah,
I kind of
Kid
wonder
Fame.
if they're doing it like how Marvel does now, where like when a new creative team takes over the book, they relaunch.
yeah,
I wonder if they'll relaunch Spider-Boy.
I
maybe in
think
the
so.
summer.
I think
Yeah.
Spider Boy's been such a well loved and just character.
Yeah.
I don't see him going
And I
nowhere.
would say for collectors out there, the Spider-Boy key is still relatively cheap as far as like a Spider-Man key
Yeah.
goes. And once he shows up in like the next Spider-Verse movie or the cartoons or whatever, I mean, he's just gonna blow up.
I
Once
hope
he
he
gets
is.
into,
Oh,
If
he's
he
gonna
is in the
blow
next
up.
Spider Verse movie,
Yeah.
that'd be
Dude,
great.
that'd be nuts.
once he gets into the mainstream, it's gonna
Yeah.
be like Jeff.
Who do
Yeah,
you?
I think so too.
Who do you think should play him?
And
though?
Jeff, by the way,
Oh, yeah, you got your Jeff shirt.
Yeah.
Who should play Spider Boy?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
man.
like that's the
Um,
thing.
your
like,
friend, your kid friend.
Yeah,
that you
Jacob.
love.
Jacob
could do
should
it.
play Spider-Man.
Speaking of, like, I was watching the because he's what's the is it called
Drop. It comes out this
It
Friday.
comes out
Yeah,
this
Drop.
Friday, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited for him.
Uh-huh.
Like I've been
I'm going to
following.
see that movie with you because
Yeah, I'm
you're
gonna-
gonna
yeah,
love
we're
your
gonna
scene.
see-
We're all gonna
Yeah.
go
I mean,
see
I
that
just
movie.
follow him on social media. I've just been following him since he's just a kid. He's just funny. I just love watching
Yeah.
him. He just kind of makes
And,
my day little videos.
I don't think we have any news this week from either store. I do know. I don't know about Comic Exchange yet. It'll be up to Sid. That's what Bill usually does.
Uh-huh.
But I know we're closed here on Easter Day.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll be at Nerd Words, the con, on Saturday the 19th.
That's up in La Follette.
Yep. The day
So,
before,
road trip.
Nirvana closes at 4:30 that Friday and has an Easter egg hunt from 5 to 7. I've never been here for any of the Easter egg hunts.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
they're
It's
they're
fun.
intense, buddy. It's
They're intense.
Do you
They're
dress up like a
nuts.
rabbit? Do you do any rabbit
Dude,
stuff?
I've never dressed like a rabbit.
Okay.
Not here or at ever. So,
I doubt that.
But yeah, so there's a lot of fun stuff coming up too, and I think Grant and Jazz wanted to let everybody know they had such a good time yesterday at the Mags Comic Expo.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy because we had a good turnout there, and then we were popping.
we
all
were
day
we were
yesterday.
slanging books, buddy. That's all we couldn't.
Yeah.
Didn't stand still.
No, you can't. Not when you're here.
No.
When you're here, never a dull moment.
Can you sit? Yeah, I'll sit.
Yeah, I'll sit.
Yeah. But yeah, let's do the books.
Let's do the books.
What are we doing first?
All right. Well, let's
Let's-
start off with you and Daredevil, buddy. I know every time a Daredevil book comes out, we don't do a show.
Yeah.
It's your time to shine.
Every time, I literally told them before I said, I woke up today, I was like, I was like waiting for that message on my phone, like, hey, Josh is sick, or
Wow, it's always Josh.
Yeah,
Josh
always
is
me.
sick,
Yeah.
or
Ryan and
or-
Josh are stuck in
or-
the Taco Bell line.
Ryan and Josh are stuck in the Taco Bell line. They're
Yeah.
holding hands. It's weird. We can't do the
Hey,
show.
don't
Every
say
time
much.
we do a Daredevil. So, but yeah, no, guys, this is Daredevil, A Cold Day in Hell. This is by Charles Soule and Steve McNiven on the art and the inks for just this issue. So,
What do you mean? Is he not going to be in issue 2 or 3?
He's doing the pencils for all of them, but he's
Okay.
only doing the inks on the inks and the colors on
For-
this issue.
Okay, yeah. But
So
it's,
he's the sole artist on this.
the soul.
Nice.
Um,
The soul
and
artist.
this is just a 3-issue miniseries.
Yes, this is a 3-issue miniseries, and guys, this is essentially the best way to describe this book is Dark Knight Returns, but Daredevil. It's gritty. It's set in the future. There's a lot of stuff going on. Matt Murdock is old decrepit man who has literally lost all of his
I was
abilities.
gonna say he lost his powers.
He's lost his powers. He's just at this point, he's kind of just at the point where he's waiting to die, you know? Like,
Yeah.
and that's super sad. Like, I was like reading this book, I was like freaking crying. I'm like, no, not my boy, not my guy, not my guy. But no, like, so essentially in this book, what happens is through a slew of events, there's certain things that happen in this book and that kind of bring Daredevil back out. He gets his powers back.
Okay.
He gets his powers back, and then because I don't want to spoil
Yeah, don't
this
spoil
book.
anymore.
I don't want to
You've
spoil
You've
this
spoiled
book.
enough.
I don't want to spoil this book anymore.
Yeah.
But guys, there are things that happen in this book that I was like, kaboom.
There's something that's a character's fate in this book is horrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I feel like
it's-
his fate. It like he just can't catch a break.
It literally, I was like, when
Uh,
and there's one, the thing that I'm really excited to see when they officially reveal who the main villain is in this book, which I
Yeah.
think everybody knows.
But everybody has, I think, a good idea.
Yeah.
Everybody has a good idea of who the main villain in this book is, but there is that part of me that's like, maybe it's not
Yeah.
said person, maybe, you know.
It's like it's kind of tropey in the way that how all these books are set in the future are. It's a dark world where there's a giant police presence. There's
Yeah.
no superheroes. It's stuff that you've seen before.
You've definitely seen
But
it before,
I think,
but
the
it's
way
unique
Charles-
enough.
Yeah, the point of view of Daredevil in this and the artwork, which I think Steve McNiven has definitely changed his artwork a bit for this.
A lot of it is in the 16 panel grids too.
Yeah, it reminded me a
So-
lot of Jeff Darrow, who does Shaolin Cowboy.
Yep.
It's fantastic. Even if Steve just wants to do these 3 issues minis for the rest of his career, I'm okay
I'm
with
down.
it because I love his art, and Charles's run on Daredevil is kind of underappreciated.
Yeah.
I
It
think.
really is. If you guys have never read Charles Soule's run in Daredevil, you need to. If you've been watching Born Again, his run is where Muse is from.
Yeah.
So if you've been watching Born Again and you're like, who is this Muse character? It's in the Charles Soule run of Daredevil.
Yeah.
But guys, obviously,
Wait, Josh, what do you think
what
of
do
it?
you
Josh?
think of it, Josh?
So at first I was kind of going to pass it up because
Okay.
I'm already reading so much.
Uh-huh.
I was like
It's too much,
A
yeah.
3 miniseries. Like I was like, I'll be okay. But
Yeah.
for the show, I read it. And I
You
really
read it for
liked
me, I
read it for you.
appreciate that.
No, I really liked it. Like I said, I like the nitty and grittiness to it.
Mhm.
I like the fact that I kind of love it when you have a superhero that's back but doesn't have powers
Yeah.
and is still
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to survive in a world where he's still trying to stay in that world,
Yeah.
but still trying to survive it with no
Still
powers.
trying to help people.
Still trying to help people.
Yep.
Yeah. But no, it was fun. I'm gonna read the other 2.
Yeah, I'm like I said, for me, like I think this is one of those books, and it's funny you said that, Josh, that you almost passed it up, because I've talked to other people this week, and they're like, yeah, I passed that book up, and I'm like, guys, you need to get on this book, because I think this is one of those books that's gonna end up being like a sleeper hit kind of cult classic.
One person I know that passed it up was hanging out here all day, and then 20 minutes.
20 minutes later,
called and said,
Yeah.
Can you put that back for me?
Because and you know why that person did that? Because I
Yes.
screamed at that person on the
Yep.
phone. I was like, that
Yep.
person was like,
Well, he called
was
in
like-
fear.
that
called,
person, that person
The
was
no
like,
man with fear.
Yeah, the
With
no
fear.
man calls in
he
fear.
was like, yeah, I didn't get that book. I'm like, you're dumb as shit.
But hey, let's go through the scores. You want to start, Mac?
It's a 5 out of 5. Devil Caleb's for me.
Okay,
I
nice.
freaking love it.
Josh? Oh,
I'll give it a 4 out of 5 blind Caleb's.
okay.
Okay.
He feels like he's almost there.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Yeah, I'll give it 4.5 Caleb's without fear, because
Nice.
I like the book. I think people are going to be kind of hesitant because the jumping on price point is $6.99.
But it is a double-sized issue.
and I think it's
they're
worth
all
it. The art
double-sized.
looks
They're all
gorgeous.
40.
This is
some
going
odd
to look
pages.
good when it's collected in like one of the kind of what Marvel's version of the Absolute.
Yeah.
I want this in a hardcover.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
want.
What's the next book?
Absolute Green Lantern. Can I give it a go?
Yes.
Yes, give it a
Okay,
go,
so-
Josh.
Oh, actually, it's on that side.
You want
Here,
it
we'll,
over?
swap.
We'll
Here,
swap them.
we'll swap them.
Swap
real quick.
old
Sorry,
Batman-y
swap 'em-
hush.
Swap them around here.
Hatoosh.
Absolute Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Boy, Absolute swings and knocks it out of the park again.
Oh yeah.
Absolute Green Lantern.
Banger.
Wow.
Absolute banger.
So what I love about when before this came out, I was trying to think, how are they going to make Green Lantern different? Because you have Batman is now poor, Wonder Woman, raised in hell, Superman is essentially a teenager now. So how do you do Green Lantern different?
Oh God,
Bam.
yeah.
Like
Boom.
cosmic horror, buddy.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
it is wild.
Mm-hmm.
And without spoiling too much, like I can never pronounce his name. That gives him
So the guy who gave Hal Jordan,
the ring initially.
Yep.
I can never
I
pronounce.
cannot either.
I
can't
can never
pronounce it.
pronounce his name. Is basically like a gigantic god,
Naked God.
naked god in the sky.
Big
Yeah.
naked guy in the
Um,
sky.
But it's wild. Like this, it kept me guessing every page. Like I was
Yeah.
like, what's about to happen? And strong theory. I
Yeah.
think Hal Jordan is going to be a Yellow Lantern.
Yeah,
It could happen. Like
I think so too.
Hal Jordan in his book is vastly different than the one
vastly.
And for me, like I'm at that point where I've seen so many like alternate reality stuff. So for me now with these absolute alternate books, it's got to be something that couldn't be done in the regular universe.
Yeah.
And this couldn't be done.
Yeah.
No.
Like the fact that they've taken Green Lantern, Al Ewing's turned it into like a horror comic
Yeah,
is awesome. And I think the artwork is good too. It kind of skirts that manga
a little bit.
a little bit, which I think I know it's like I'm a little old here. The younger kids do like the anime and manga stuff, so I think they may like this art maybe a little bit more than I did.
The art style is very anime inspired.
Yeah.
Like it.
But I think it goes along well with the story.
It
It
does,
really
it
does.
does.
It
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah.
I really dug the art because I was like, wow, not only is this completely different than anything else, it even looks different. Like it looks like straight out of like an anime, which I really dug because I'm a big fan of anime.
And if you're not familiar with the Lantern there, because everybody knows Hal, John, and Guy, who by the way are all
in it.
Guy's not shown, but Guy is very hinted.
Yeah.
She was in a really good DC miniseries from a few years ago called Far Sector.
Yeah, Far
Yep,
Sector.
Far
Yep.
Sector.
Yeah.
So they're giving. I love that they're giving her a little bit more forefront. In this book.
And you know, I know we didn't have episodes, but Flash and Martian Manhunter were also really
like
good.
just all the absolute stuff. Martian Manhunter, Absolute Flash, Absolute Green Lantern, all of them have been phenomenal. Like there hadn't been one where I've sat down and read and I'm like, eh.
So speaking about, so I'm gonna circle back to what you were saying about Absolute Flash.
Yeah.
And Green Lantern. So the thing that I really dug about specifically Green Lantern and Absolute Flash is out of all the Absolute books, well, also Martian Manhunter, all of those, the three most recent books, they don't reveal hardly. They keep you guessing.
Yeah, they keep you guessing.
They keep you guessing, and that's what I like. And I'm not saying the other ones don't. But Absolute Batman, you kind of figured it out by issue like 1. by the end of issue 1, you're like, oh, I know what this is going to be.
Yeah.
Same with Wonder Woman. You know, it's Wonder Woman with Cloud's Buster Sword.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
but
good.
Wonder Woman book 5 though.
Yeah,
Lord
Wonder Woman
Jesus.
book
You didn't
5.
see that
If you ain't
coming.
ever read, if you have not been keeping up with Absolute Wonder Woman, specifically issue 5, who?
Yeah,
Damn.
nobody
Yeah.
saw that coming.
It's
Yeah.
so good. What do you give this, Josh?
I'm giving it a 5 out of 5.
Okay.
Green Lantern's Light Caleb's.
Oh, they're making Caleb's out of the light?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
I am going to go ahead and I am going to give it I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Obviously, I definitely want to see more. That's when I got done with this issue, the only thing I thought was, wow, that was really good. I want to know more. So
Yeah.
for me, it's a solid 5 out of 5.
Okay, I'm going to give it 5 floating naked Caleb's in the sky.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
couldn't think of a good
That's okay.
lantern pun on
But,
the spot.
But yeah, it's super good. And I guess we'll close it out. I'll do this one. So this actually came out 2 weeks ago.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Batman Hush.
By the way, we
Touche.
did...
Hatoosh!
Yeah. Too hush, too silent.
Yeah.
So we did the 608's DC let everybody start selling the book at 6:08 p.m. on Tuesday night because of Batman 608. And I can tell you, before we started this, the line was like over 20 people.
Yeah, it was wild.
We I don't know if we're allowed to say what we did, but we crushed it like for those 40 something minutes that we had the crowd. Happy people, everybody was buying. Definitely bought this one and the glow in the dark one. I think everybody bought that glow in the dark one.
Yeah, we were out of those immediately.
Yeah. It is something that the comic industry always needs, is something big like this.
Yeah.
Like anybody that goes, oh, it's stupid or whatever, you're just silly because this is good for the comic industry.
Yeah, and I like also that they let us do it at 6:08. I like that.
That was neat.
That was real neat.
I feel like, because I'm nostalgia when it comes to the midnight GameStop releases and everything like that. And I just want more of that. I want that to come back a little bit.
But I will go a little behind the scenes. Originally, our plan was we were going to do a midnight sale at 6 for Batman 608 and all the crazy amount of books that came out that way. And then DC goes, by the way, you can sell it at 608. And Grant was like, no, no. But that was good because we got sleep.
Yeah.
And I know at Comics Exchange, because we mentioned it in the last podcast, Bill said he had people coming up until about 9:30.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Coming in and out to buy the book. So yeah. As far as what I thought of it, it's a Batman.
Yeah.
It doesn't reinvent the wheel. It doesn't do anything really different. It ends with, will Batman kill Joker? But I think the art by Jim Lee is what really sells the book here. And I know I'm going to read the rest of it too. My curiosity is like if they're able to get the 6 issues out. I'm hoping they are able to do that.
Yeah.
And I do think this is going to read really better in trade. It does have a first appearance, right? Like Silences, this is his first appearance. Yeah. But yeah, what did you think of it, Josh?
I mean, like I said, Batman book.
Yep.
It's, don't read, like you said, doesn't reinvent the wheel. It's it's a fun story. Like I'm going to continue reading it. Like I kind of fell off Batman a little bit, so I'm jumping back on. See where the story takes me. But yeah, if I had to give it a rating right now, 3.5.
3.5.
3.5. Yeah.
I will give it.
Yeah,
Hang on, man. I'm doing something funny.
Go ahead.
I will give it 3 silent Caleb's out of 5.
Matouche.
Yeah, guys. So, like they were saying, it is exactly what I expected from a Batman Hush sequel. If you were a fan of the original Hush, you were gonna like it. If you weren't a fan of the original Hush, shame on you, but you're probably not gonna like it. Like, it's just kind of one of those things. Like, you knew exactly what you were getting into. Jim Lee's art is exactly what you would expect. It's really good. The art is 100% what sells it. Excuse me. Story-wise, it's a sequel to Hush. So, I had a really fun time with it. I'm also in the camp with Josh over here. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 silent Caleb's.
You're trying. But, but I would say too, for people, if you're a newer reader out there and you've not read Hush, the good thing is Hush is collected. You can
read Hush first.
You can read it, but I don't think you need to read it to really get this. So far,
you'll get more out of it.
Yeah, and we do have we did get the Hush 1 through 12 right.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have that for sure. Hush 1 through 12 right now.
Like all first printings.
All first printings. So, got to sit here for anybody who wants to come in and pick it up.
So real quick, my biggest complaint with this book is, why is it Batman 158? It would have made way more sense to just have this be Batman Hush 2 number 1.
Yeah, I can see that, but I think
what
also
I'm saying?
DC has been trying to bump back up the numbers for the flagship Batman title.
And then Marvel's like, you get 10 and you're rebooted.
yeah. Reboot.
You get 10.
I guess we're going to get this done in a second, so Josh can get out there and take me to Taco Bell. But I just want to say real quick, if you haven't watched it yet, the 5-minute James Gunn Superman preview that came out is fantastic. Really, and that's not just because I love dogs, but I will be smiling ear to ear that movie, I believe.
We will absolutely be getting a group from our community to go see that when it comes out.
Yeah, and one more thing, speaking of Superman, I don't know if we mentioned this, but not this Friday, but next Friday is Superman Day. Like they've done, Batman Day. Mm-hmm. So DC will have some exclusive Superman Day variants. I think they're doing Superman All-Star Superman number 1 exclusive variant, and then they're doing a new printing of Superman of all seasons with the new Superman Day print. This is going to be cool. It's weird that it's on a Friday, but I guess because they're trying to launch it around the new Superman All-Stars.
And then also real quick, on April 15th, we have our next community night.
I'm surprised by this. I'm learning about this right now.
Right now.
I was going to announce it earlier this week, but so we're doing, the next book we're doing is Junkyard Joe.
On the 15th?
On the 15th.
Will Josh make this one?
Probably
Stay tuned till the next episode.
Probably not.
But we'll, fingers crossed, be back next week.
But yeah, we'll be back. We should be back next week, guys. Again, thank you guys for coming and hanging out for a few minutes here. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here, guys. I hope that the new
Let's just go. You gotta stop 3 minutes.
Did the thing, and
I give you 3 extra minutes. I'm cleared of my.
Okay, all right,
Peace,
we're gonna
guys.
get out of here, guys. Stay classy, Knoxville.
See y'all later.
And I'm just gonna walk off the set like Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, now we're all just walking off, and I gotta figure out how to end it.
I can never find an alternate Spider-Man, or to be honest, I stopped looking. So I bought you a copy of this.